Guten Tag guys, in today's video we'll talk about my current training plan, or rather the plan that I just finished, and I'll be maxing out. So today is about my trainings program. That doesn't mean that it will be a good fit for you. It's good for building muscle, okay for building strength, and it's very time efficient and also has some sort of conditioning aspect to it. But you also have to be in pretty good of shape to be able to do it. The training split of the program is an upper-lower split, and I usually train about 4 to 5 times a week. Almost all the exercises I do are in supersets, so not doing an exercise, then taking a break, and then the same exercise again, but an exercise, a different exercise, and then rest. This is what makes the plan very time efficient, but it also makes it hard, especially if you're not used to it. Now we'll go through the individual days. I actually wanted to get good footage of all the days, but before the last day I got sick and got the coronavirus. That's why I'm in quarantine right now. I'm feeling better right now, but yeah, so the last day I don't have video footage. Before the main workout of every day, I start out with a general warm-up, usually 5 to 10 minutes of light cardio, like walking on an incline on the treadmill or some biking. The first upper body day starts with barbell rows, barbell bench press, and dragon flag. Because this is the first exercise or the first superset, I will do quite a few warm-up sets here. And then for the working sets, I will pick a weight that I can do for the bench press for around 8 reps and do the same weight for the row for around 6 reps. I start out with the rows, then I rest for like 30 seconds, then I do the bench press, then the dragon flag, and then I rest for like 1 to 2 minutes. On the day I was filming, I was also planning on doing a 1 rep max bench press. That's why I didn't do as much reps with the lighter weights here. And the 1 rep max for the bench press that I managed to still pull off, or push off, haha, was 112.5 kilos. The second superset of the day is pull-ups with an underhand grip, so basically chin-ups, and dumbbell overhead press. Here I do the pull-ups with just body weight for around 13 to 15 reps. On this day I got 18 reps, because I was, feeling good because I was filming. The friend of mine who was filming thought I was done after 15. That's why there's a small cut here. And I'll also pick a weight for the dumbbell overhead press that I can do for around 12 to 15 reps. After that we go to the dumbbell Helms Row and dumbbell slight incline bench press. Because with the barbell row we already targeted the lower back to a certain extent, I'll do a row variation here that doesn't tax the lower back so much, and that's the Helms Row where your chest is supported. I usually like to use the same dumbbells for the row and the bench press, but the Helms Row is a little harder, so I'll do around 10 reps for the Helms Row and then 12 to 15 reps for the incline bench press. The next superset is for the arms on the cable. First up we'll hit the triceps with a triceps overhead extension and then a biceps Bayesian curl. For these two exercises I'll usually do between 12 and 15 reps. And the last superset, face pulls and side raises. Face pulls with the rope, as you can see here, and side raises with the dumbbells. Also around 12 to 15 reps for these two exercises. And after that's done, I usually do some stretching and sometimes also practicing my handstand a little bit. On the first lower body day, we start with squats, but not with normal squats, at least for me, but with squats without any shoes, which actually you could consider the normal squats, but I don't. I consider the normal squats the ones with shoes. I'm doing these not so much to get strong in them, but mostly to get used to them again and to get a little more mobility in my ankle. Due to the fact that I was squatting with shoes for the last year, I lost a little bit of mobility in my ankle and I want to get that back. So I'm doing the squats without shoes here, but I'm keeping it pretty light and also doing just 6 reps with it. And combined with the squats, I do some pull-ups. I call these hang pull-ups because I usually do 1 pull-up and then hang for around 5 to 10 seconds. I mainly do this to just decompress the spine a little bit, because during the squat there's quite a lot of load on the spine and I like to do something in between that decompresses the spine. The next exercise and the main exercise of the day is the deadlift here. And I'll also be combining it with a pull-up. I'll do quite a lot of warm-ups on the deadlift and then pick a working weight that I can do for around 6 reps. And just like before, I'll just do 4 pull-ups. Although here I'm not doing hang pull-ups, but I'm doing explosive pull-ups just because I find it to be more interesting. On the day I was filming, I was also once again maxing out on the deadlift, and the best deadlift that I pulled with a double overhand grip without straps was 160 kilos. Sadly I failed the 170, and with straps I also managed to pull 190 kilos. After the deadlift, the next superset is front squats and push-ups. I'll do the front squats with a small pause at the bottom, and just like before with the pull-ups, I don't really go that hard on the push-ups and do just around 10 reps here. The next superset is hip thrusts combined with standing calf raises and some handstand work. Because the deadlifts already work the glutes quite well and did so in a lower rep range, I'll do a little bit of a higher rep range of around 10 to 15 reps for the hip thrusts. On the calf raises, I make sure to pause at the bottom and at the top so that I really use the muscle and not just the tendon. And the handstand practice I don't do all the time. For example, the day I was filming, I didn't do any handstands, but usually I'll do it and I'll just do a handstand against the wall and try to hold it for as long as I can. And the last exercise for the day is back extensions. Back extensions are always a great exercise to get a little more blood into the lower back and to work it a little bit more. Because the lower back is such an important muscle group that also is working during a lot of exercises, and it's just nice to have a strong and muscular lower back. On the second upper body day, we start with neutral grip pull-ups, dumbbell overhead press and hanging leg raises. I do the pull-ups weighted with a weight that I can do for around 8 reps, pick a weight for the dumbbell overhead press that I can also do for around 8 reps, and then do hanging leg raises, usually around 6. On this day I also tried to max out my weighted pull-up and I got 40 kilos. The 50 kilos sadly did not go up. I think on a better day with a little more rest before, I might have been able to also pull the 50 kilos, but I didn't manage to pull them this time. The next superset is dumbbell row combined with dumbbell incline bench press. Many people like to do the dumbbell row with just one arm at a time and brace themselves against the bench or something. I like to do the dumbbell row just like the barbell row, so bent over and with both arms at the same time. With this dumbbell row variation, you're quite stronger than with the Helms row. So here I usually can do the same weight for the same reps on both the row and the bench press. And I'll pick a weight that I can do for around 12 reps here. The next superset, once again pull-ups, but this time with a wide grip and a small pause at the top combined with the Arnold press. To be honest, I don't really like this way of doing pull-ups with the wide grip and the pause at the top, but sometimes you gotta mix things up and do something that you don't like that much. This variation of the pull-up is quite hard, so I'm just using my own body weight here and getting around 8 reps. This plan was the first time where I tried the Arnold press, and to be honest, I'm not really sure what to think about it. I think the stretch you get on your front delt on the bottom is great, but I'm not really a fan of the whole twisting thing. And the Arnold press also taxes your bicep to a certain extent, which is not the greatest when you're combining it with a pulling movement. After that, once again, we have a superset for the arms, and once again, also on the cable station. But this time we're doing a triceps push down instead of overhead last time. And this time we're not doing a Bayesian curl, where the elbow is behind the body, but we're just doing a regular bicep curl with the elbow in front of the body. And the last superset, just like last time, is face pulls and side raises. But this time we'll do the side raises on the cable. And now we come to the second low body day. And just like I said in the beginning, I don't have the real video footage of the day because I got sick before I could film it. Here I'll start out with squats, so normal squats with shoes on, combined with hang pull-ups. Because it's the first exercise of the day, I'll do quite a lot of warm-up sets here, and for the working sets I'll do around 6 reps. And once again for the pull-ups, I'll do pull-ups with a small hang in between and just do 4 pull-ups. The next superset are Romanian deadlifts combined with the explosives pull-ups. For the Romanian deadlifts, I usually pick a weight that's quite light, so a lot of people like to use weights of around 80% of the deadlift for the Romanian deadlift. I like to use more like 50% of my deadlift for the Romanian deadlifts, and I'm trying to focus as much as I can on just my hamstrings and the stretch on the hamstrings. So for me, it's almost more of a weighted stretch exercise. The next exercise is not a superset, but just one straight exercise, and it's the ATG split squat. Just like the knees over toes guy does them. I'm quite new to the exercise, so I'm not really good at it. So I'm mainly just trying to get better at the exercise execution and also the mobility demands of the exercise. After that, once again, we have a superset of hip thrusts, calf raises, and some handstand practice. On the last day, we did hip thrusts for higher reps. This time we'll do hip thrusts for a little lower reps of around 8 to 10 reps. After that, we have a superset of leg curls and leg extensions, just on the machines, nothing to say here really. And I'll do these for around 12 to 15 reps. And the last exercise of the day, just like with the lower day before, is once again back extensions. That's all for today's video. Something a little bit different than usually, not training theory, but just my training. Let me know if you liked it. If you have liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, write some comments, it helps the algorithm. You're also very welcome to leave me some criticism down in the comments below. This was Vlad, thanks for watching. In the portal with Joe Biden screaming no.